What are you seeking? Yes, what are you seeking? Seeking completeness? Well, today I will share with you when was the first time I realized I was seeking completeness. More about that right after the intro. Welcome to the Day One Journey, episode 147. Cha-ching. Yeah. Well, do you seek completeness as well? Today I will share with you when was the first time I realized I was seeking completeness. And I remind you, completeness, it is my first value, my first priority. Yes, this is still the priority series where we're talking about not only the things that we value the most, not only about the top priority, but all our values in order, meaning what do we value more? Yes, what we value more than other things. Yes, these are the tough questions. What do we value more? Love or growth? What is more important for us? This is what this series is about. And today, I'll go with you. You can join with me to the journey to the past. 20 years into the past. To high school. I think I was in 10th or 11th grade when I first realized I was seeking completeness. Probably back then I wasn't calling that completeness, but this was the story. I'm there sitting. It was a math test. There was 30% question from all the tests. It was a middle semester test, not as important test. It wasn't a final test. And there was a question there, and I was confused between doing x divided by y instead of y divided by x, or something like that. So what happened? I was just answering a question nobody was asking. This what happened in that test. So when I got the results of the test, instead of getting almost a full 100%, I got around 60% because I didn't get any points, any score for that specific question. So before I let you know why I was seeking completeness there, it's important for me to tell you what it was not. So I did feel frustrated about missing that and getting confused with the x divided by y or y divided by x. But what it was not, it wasn't that I was pressured for my teachers or my parents to get these amazing grades. And it wasn't about all the subjects. It was math. I liked math. I still like math. I also liked math while studying university engineering. So it was important for me because I liked the math. I didn't get that pressure from my parents to get the best grades. I wanted them, and specifically math. I didn't care too much about the other tests, literature, maybe even science. I liked math and sports back there in high school. But still, when I got the results of the test, I was disappointed. By the way, I wasn't like crying. It wasn't like a big deal, but I wasn't happy with the process. And another thing I want to share with you, it's not about perfectionism. It's not about that I was devastated. I wasn't getting the full 100% I wanted. Yes, I did want the 100% of this test. But it wasn't about perfectionism. But if you want to use the word perfect, I use it. I wanted to perfect the process of me taking the test, going over double checking the questions, which I didn't. I wasn't happy with, because I was finishing the test, getting the results, seeing I was confused, knowing I didn't do the process as I wanted to be doing, double checking, and I didn't feel complete about that. For example, if I would double check and still miss that thing, I would feel that completeness I wanted. Yes, this is me seeking completeness. This is me as a child, as a teenager, seeking completeness, trying to make the processes I'm using to handle life, for example, these tests, not double checking, you know? I was studying for the test, I was doing my best within the test, and I handed in the test maybe before the time, and I didn't double check. This is what I was seeking, double checking. Because when I double check it, regardless what I get at the end, I'll feel that sense of completeness. This is what I want as a child back then, as a teenager. And this is, as I tried pushing myself to think last few days, when was the first time I realized I seek that sense of completeness? It was probably back then. Yeah, back then it started. So this is how it all started. This is still the priority series. This is my top priority. Seeking completeness. We might talk about that in the next episode, but back to you because we're out of time. Double checking. Try to think about the last time you didn't double check. You didn't double check whatever you were doing. And you got a little bit of pain out of it, okay? Think about it, take your time. Maybe it was a little bit long time ago. By the way, double checking can be in many forms. But think about the last time you didn't double check and you got some pain out of it. I want you to go back into that process, whatever it was. Maybe you booked a flight, the wrong flight. Maybe you got on the wrong train. And I want you to relive that moment as you want it to be. Double check that specific event. If you're there on the train station, ask another person, double check whatever. Relive that moment again. No judgment. No judgment. Don't think, why didn't I do that back before? No. Say to yourself, I'll do it again next time. Just relive that moment as a movie. Double check. Do what needs to be done, and relive that moment without that mistake that you were doing, not double checking. Do that. Get this process as well into your system as a habit. And of course, yes, do that today. And of course, have an amazing day one. See you tomorrow.